When a scruffy old man slowly entered the expensive jewelry store, the staff took him for just another curious passerby and soon kicked him out. No one suspected that behind his worn appearance lay something more valuable than any gemstone in the display case. Chevalier Fine Jewelry Store was unusually quiet that morning in New York, the hall gleaming with gold and jewels for the incredibly wealthy. The staff eagerly awaited the next client, and those entering the store moved with confidence, as if they felt at home in a world of luxury. The employees knew their business perfectly. They recognized a potential buyer by their gaze, brands, and subtle signs of wealth. This man with a stooped back and tattered clothes showed no signs of special status, and interest in him faded immediately. Perhaps he was lost and mistook the store for something else. His unusual behavior was mysterious and strange. His name was Walter Smith, a tired man over 80, who came here with a certain purpose, harboring a great love in his heart. Each slow step bore the weight of the memory of a love he would never forget, and he approached the reception desk. He placed the bag on the table and said, "Please look after this," he addressed the receptionist. A feigned smile could not hide her disgust. Walter paced around the display windows, his worn shoes squeaking on the clean marble. The staff watched in silent amusement. This old man seemed out of place and unfamiliar, probably not knowing his own name, let alone the creators of the jewelry. His clothes spoke for themselves. A faded flannel shirt, loose jeans worn at the cuffs, and a misshapen sun hat, more for protection than style. He sharply stood out against the impeccable elegance of the store. The staff exchanged glances, hiding their unspoken judgment. Here, dreams were assigned a price, not sentimental value. The old man moved slowly, carefully examining each piece of jewelry. Finally, his gaze settled on a necklace that seemed to hold the warmth of a stolen sunset. What is the history of these stones? Their color is something unusual. I've never seen anything like it, Walter croaked, his voice barely audible over the soft music. Sarah, one of the senior sales managers, explained, "These are rare Burmese rubies, known for their intense pigeon blood color. They seem alive, with a fiery glow." Then she stepped away, continuing to assist other customers, leaving Walter to gaze thoughtfully at the jewel, as if trying to unravel its mystery. Walter looked closely at the necklace, despite the talk about its rarity and price. His eyes did not leave the ornament, full of hope and doubt. Walter's voice trembled slightly as he dared to ask about the price. Sarah named a sum that was incredible and unaffordable for him. "This item is technically reserved," Sarah said, suggesting to look at something less expensive. There was an unspoken "but" in the air. The old man objected. "But there is a price tag on the necklace, so it's for sale?" His voice sounded stubborn and insistent. The senior manager looked at him with disdain and said the necklace was already booked and possibly too expensive for him. "Perhaps something less luxurious would suit you," she added, turning away and sighing with relief. Disappointment flashed across Walter's face, but he quickly declined, mumbling, "No, thank you," and began to leave. His canvas bag was left forgotten on the floor. Trash in this world of luxury. The way they threw his bag out of sight was a silent insult. Only one young assistant, Elliot, saw the sadness in the old man's eyes and felt pity for him. As soon as the heavy glass doors closed behind Walter, Elliot hurried after him, holding the crumpled bag in his hands.
"Sir, you forgot this," he called out.
Walter, struck by the young man's kindness, managed a faint smile. He opened the bag, revealing neatly folded stacks of money, wrinkled but with an impressive sum.
Elliot gasped, surprised and curious. The old man quietly began to tell his story. Years of collecting discarded bottles and cans, which he took to recycling centers. He saved every penny, not for himself, but for his wife, Mary. She adored a necklace in the Chevalier display, with sapphires and diamonds, like something out of Twilight. The sky seemed an unreachable dream, even more impossible due to rising prices. Walter's voice trembled as he told how they sold their house to pay for Mary's cancer treatment.
They accepted the trailer park as their new reality, but Mary's illness was relentless. With what Walter could earn, his savings seemed insufficient.
The savings seemed sufficient for the necklace, but now the dream became unattainable for Mary.
His own savings were intended for the down payment on an apartment, earned through extra hours of work and skipping parties with friends.
Walter's love and sacrifice gave Elliot a new perspective on things. After escorting Walter home, he couldn't forget his broken heart. Walter left the jewelry store empty-handed. Elliot was deeply moved by the old man's story and wanted to help, but the savings were meant for the apartment.
Seeing Walter's empty hands, Elliot felt uneasy. He made a quick decision, driven by a strong feeling that could not be ignored. Mixing nervousness and determination, Elliot gathered his savings.
Late at night, with a small package in hand, he knocked on Walter's trailer door. "Here, this is what you need," he said, handing over the money. "Buy Mary this necklace. It's for her."
Tears welled up in Walter's eyes, but not from sadness. They were tears of surprise and relief from the kindness of a stranger. Before she could speak, Walter opened the bag and counted out the exact amount for the necklace. Her eyes widened in amazement. Silence fell in the hall. Everyone watched this unexpected event. After a careful inspection, Walter bought the necklace. Even those who had previously mocked felt a slight respect. Elliot watched from afar, not with envy, but with satisfaction.
Walter's joy was worth more than any jewelry. Leaving Chevalier, he almost floated home, holding the box with the necklace in his worn hand.
The box seemed heavy with love and loss. He smiled, feeling inner peace and happiness.
He carefully took Mary by the hand, gently helping her. She slowly stepped outside, her steps weak due to illness. He pointed to a small patch of land with a crooked swing.
The swing was the only thing left from their sold house. Mary looked at him in confusion, her fingers trembling. Walter opened the box, and the light illuminated the sapphires.
The sapphires shone even under the dim sky. Mary gasped, her eyes reflecting the gloomy blue color of the stones. "My love," Walter said, his voice trembling with emotion. "It was always meant for you." With endless care, he placed the necklace around her neck. Mary touched the jewelry, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Oh, Walter," she whispered, "I feel like a queen. This is perfect for a precious hour." The necklace restored the spark of the former Mary.
She laughed, a sound Walter hadn't heard in many years. A moment when illness seemed far away. They sat on the old swing, holding hands. The sun was setting beyond the horizon. The next day, Mary peacefully passed away. The memory of the joy the necklace brought stayed with Walter.
It gave Walter comfort. Soon he returned to Chevalier. He smiled, recalling that precious moment and the love they shared.
He saw in Elliot a glimpse of his old, mischievous character. Elliot, maybe I've found a lost buyer willing to pay full price for the exquisite necklace, he winked. Then he continued, let's say this is Mary's way of helping you. Consider it a bonus. With your work ethic, the apartment will stop being a dream very soon.
He knew the sacrifice Elliot had made and wanted to honor it. It reminded that even amid hardships, kindness can change the situation.
Treat every person with kindness and respect, for you never know the burden on their hearts or the storms raging in their souls.
In a world where you can be anything, be kind. This simple truth can change lives and give hope.